Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of Crafting Christians. This is episode 13. This week, because of the teens' time on Sunday, I'm sharing with you the three trees of Christmas. And you can see that there are three trees behind me. These are Dollar Tree trees, decorated in three different styles for Christmas, and that's what we're talking about today. The history of the Christmas tree goes back to pre-Christianity. Some cultures brought evergreens in during the winter solstice to remind them of the hope of spring and warmer temperatures coming once again. This became part of the custom of Christmas with the Advent wreath and Martin Luther decorating a tree with candles to remind us of the light of Christ. The trees developed into popularity late 1700s, early 1800s, and by 1840 or so, they were in the Royal Palace in England, and those pictures went worldwide. And so from 1841 or so, it became a common practice to bring a tree inside during the Christmas season and decorate it for families. As the Christmas tree gained in popularity, so did ornaments, early on decorated with fruits, berries and such, whether it was berries strung together or sprigs that contained berries and pieces of vine or plant that they grew on, oranges and so on, dried apples. I remember making dried apples and stringing them together when I was little, making paper rings to wrap around the tree was a popular item. And during the 1880s, the traditional Christmas ornaments began to be manufactured and sold by companies to decorate Christmas trees with. The next tree is the Jesse tree, sometimes referred to as the Advent tree. This uses the genealogy of Jesus, found in Matthew and Luke, to tell the story of the coming of Christ from the Old Testament, from the beginning of time even, from creation of the world, Noah's Ark, the Ten Commandments, the Exodus story, the prophets and so on, depicted in various ways in ornaments. These were simply pictures taken from a Jesse tree page. And there are multiple ideas. You can use your favorite stories to tell the stories. You can use people from the lineage of Jesus, the genealogy of Jesus, to tell the story. And it comes from the idea of the Jesse tree comes from Isaiah 11:1. There shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch will grow out of its roots. The third tree is the Chrismon tree. Chrismon meaning Christ symbols, and it's decorated with the symbols of Christ. This developed in around 1957 in a Lutheran church. Symbols for the church go all the way back to the beginning of the early church. When they were persecuted, they often developed symbols that people would not normally associate with Christianity, such as the fish. And the letters for the word fish, the ichthus, stand for Jesus Christ, God, Son, and Savior. The IHS symbol are the first three letters of Jesus in Greek. The crowns obviously refer to Christ the King. The chalice, dove and butterflies, new life, spiritual life. Stars of various kinds, crosses of various kinds were used to decorate the Chrismon tree. These are typically white or gold in color, the colors of the Christmas season. This is a tree that you would put up on Christmas Day maybe for the next 12 days of the season of Christmas and use then.